I am Nancy Dotter, chair of the worship team, and since Pastor Jan is on vacation, I will be giving the morning message this morning. I'm not a minister. I did take some religion courses in college, but that was a long time ago. I am a wanderer, and I think about a lot of things. I'm also a wanderer, because wanderer sounds so much better than perpetually lost. Actually, to wander is to let your mind freely wander, but I wander. In a January sermon a year or so ago, Jan preached about the Magi following a star in the east. East, I know, is a direction, as is north, south, and west. Some of us are born with a sense of direction, and some of us need a lot of learning support and adaptive directions. That's me. My son, at age 2.5, could tell me when I made a wrong turn. It gave new meaning to "a little child shall lead you," but I wander. In that sermon, Pastor Jan stated, if you have lost sight of the North Star, you don't know where you are, you have no direction. I immediately wondered, I can find the North Star, okay, but I still don't know where I am. It doesn't help. I'm still lost. For instance, I have family all over the place. I know that Boston, Vermont, the Berkshires are north. Cincinnati is not. But how about Cleveland, Chicago, Exeter, or Mary Jo's Chickens? Are they north? Is Redner's across the street, is that north? Knowing something is north doesn't help me find it. If north means nothing to me, I have no context to put it in, then giving me important information based on north is meaningless. I can get to many places without knowing north, south, east, or west. Those words mean nothing. I am not fluent in directional, verbal, or written. I can't read a map to save my life. When my husband Ray and I were dating, we went to Washington, D.C. by car, and there was no GPS then. We got messed up, and we ended up in Center City, Baltimore. He handed me the map and said, "Tell me where to go." There was a pause. I'm not really good at reading maps. A little lie to save face. "Oh, please," he said. "Any intelligent person can read a map." Not wanting to appear unintelligent, I put the map up in front of my face. He'd ask which way to turn, and I would arbitrarily say, right, left. This went on for a bit. Finally, he asked me if we were anywhere near the water. "No," I firmly said. He smashed down the map, and I was looking at ships in the harbor. I meekly said, "I tried to tell you I couldn't read a map." "Can you hold one?" "Well, yes, that I can do. I am a good map holder, just not reader." Some of us are good map readers. Some of us have a great sense of direction. Some of us mark our way with landmarks instead of west or even northwest, southeast. For some of us, it's turn at the Big Red Barn. Some of us use old, no longer there landmarks, the dairy on State Hill Road, the next left after Arner's. And there are even some of us who need a co-pilot, someone who can talk to us in our own special language. My husband has learned not to say turn right, because it is inevitably followed by him saying, no, the other right. My family has learned to speak my language when they co-pilot. Turn towards me, turn towards you. We can all get someplace if we have someone or something to guide us. Some use maps, some use GPS, some use toddlers, some use their innate sense of direction, which got me wondering on a number of different ideas. We all have an inner compass point, a guiding principle. For many of us, Jesus and God are the true north. We set our compass or live our life trying to go in the same direction, trying to live by the same principles that Jesus did. Matthew tells us, Jesus said, "Love the Lord your God with all your passion and prayer and intelligence." This is the most important, the first on any list. But there is a second set alongside it. Love others as well as you love yourself. Now, we have some things to help us live those words of Jesus. This church, each other, the Bible. I've told kids when I give them their Bible in church that the Bible is our GPS for life, and I mean that. But to fully understand the Bible, we need to study, to talk, and to discuss. We need to treat our faith like a journey. Ask people questions about their particular journey. Discuss what they think the best routes are and why. Ask them where in their journey were the good places to fuel up, eat, rest. What have they learned? Listen to what they feel is a must-see or a don't miss. Where did they find views that took their breath away? Where were their pitfalls? Cops, traffic, bad weather? Even with all this guidance, we can still lose our way in life, go so far off-road, we can't see God through our many activities. When our commitment to live a simple life like Jesus gives way to consumerism, to prized possessions, to getting the best stuff, bam, life is no longer simple. We cloud over our true north when we don't take time to stop and check our direction. Sometimes we're going 70 miles an hour in the wrong direction. Now, many of us just had a time where we had a little more free time. Activities were canceled, stopped, no longer happening. A break of sorts. Our church calendar actually has 2 directional reset times already programmed in, Christmas and Easter. Easter is a time of rebirth. We can stop and ask, are we living the way that we want to? Christmas brings the Magi following the star to help us, to remind us to look at, to focus on what's important in our life, to check to see who and what we're really following, to make sure we're doing what God's asking us to do, maybe to take a different path. At that time, we can do a spiritual Google to readjust our internal compass, to live the life we want to, on the track to our true north, pointed towards love and God. Losing our way is not all bad, though. God can use those lost journeys to make us more compassionate toward others, to give us a sense of understanding of where others are, a feeling of what it's like to be on their journey, to be not the Good Samaritan who most of us identify with, but to be on the receiving end of a Good Samaritan's ministrations. That's a different travel experience, and probably a good learning experience for many of us. We will continue to get lost or take long, meandering scenic routes or wander in the desert. That's why Jesus came, to help us reset, to refocus, to be by our side as we travel down the path of love, to show us how to live kindly, joyfully, fully. All who wander are not lost. Some are just looking for a new direction. Life is the journey, not the destination. Trust God from the bottom of your heart. Don't try to figure out everything on your own. Listen for God's voice in everything you do, everywhere you go. God's the one who will keep you on track. To keep us on track, we use a wide variety of directional systems. We have many ways of sharing directions, and we all take many different paths to get where we're going. But we can still offer each other roadside assistance. God calls to us to help each person on our journey. All of us here, this band of travelers that watch out for one another, care for one another, love one another, as we each wander in our way towards true north, towards love, life, and God. Happy travels.